Okay, so to start our third granny square, so to do this kind of like sunburst flower kind of granny square, we are going to start with our first color, and we're going to make a slip knot, and I'm gonna chain 4 again, because again we're just gonna slip stitch into the first one. So I made 4, we slip stitch into the first chain, and then we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. For this granny square, we're going to, for the first row, we're just gonna do 16 double crochet. So this chain 3 already counts as 1 double crochet, so we're gonna do 15 more into that same loop. So there's 2, 3, and I'll come back when I have 16. So I just finished up those 16 double crochets into our round, so we have a little circle at first, and I'm just going to slip stitch into one of our chains from the beginning and cut our yarn. So that is the first round of the sunburst pattern done. Okay, so we're going to work into the top part of our double crochets for the next row. I have my new color, if I can find the end of it, there it is. And I'm gonna start right here. We're gonna insert our hook into the top of one of these double crochets. We're going to add in our new color, and we're going to chain 3. And then we're going to try to get 7 loops, I guess loops is the word to use, on our hook, all the way around as we do this, so it's a bit easier to see it rather than explaining it. But we're gonna yarn over, insert into the same place that we attached our yarn to, pull through, and we have 3 loops. We're gonna do it again, yarn over, insert our hook into that same space, pull through yarn, and we have 5 now, and we're gonna do it one more time into that same space, pull through, and we should have 7 loops on our hook. Try to do these fairly loose, so that you can pull them through easier, but we're gonna yarn over and pull through all 7 loops. There you go. And to finish this stitch off, we're gonna add a chain on top. We're gonna do this all the way around. So into our next space, yarn over, insert our hook, pull through 3, yarn over, insert, pull through 5, and again for 7, and again we're gonna yarn over, pull through all 7. You probably won't have to fight as hard as I am right now if you do them fairly loosely, but that is 2. We should have 16 in total when we're done. That's the main part of this granny square, is making sure you have 16, because if you don't, then your squares won't be even, one side will be longer than the other, and it'll be a whole mess. I did it quite a few times making my blanket, so just be sure that, especially in this part, make sure you have 16 rows into your second one. So I'm going to come back when I'm starting my last one for this row. So I actually have 3 more don't know what to call them, puff little stitches to do for this row, but I'm going to yarn over again, insert, pull through, so we have 3, yarn over, insert, pull through 5, yarn over, pull through, insert, so we have 7 all the way around. And after I'm done with these 2 stitches, I'm going to count to make sure that I do in fact have 16 before I move on and do my 3rd row, because the 3rd row it's kind of similar, but we're gonna do something a little bit different. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Awesome. So I'm going to slip stitch into my chain 3 from the beginning, and that is row 2 of the starburst granny square completed. Okay, so now we're going to start our 3rd row. I'm going to get this green part out of my way, and I have my new color out. I'm going to bring over my blanket again as an example, because okay, so we're basically replicating this square right here. So we have our 1st row, we have our green, and now I'm going in with my red for this part, which this is the last row that we're going to do before the border. And this row, essentially, we're going to be doing incomplete double crochets. We're only going to be pulling through the first 2 stitches, and then we're going to continue just getting more loops on our hook until we pull them all through again, kind of like last time. It's really hard to explain. It's going to be easier if I just show you how to do it. But so we're going to just pick a spot to work into and grab our new yarn, and I'm going to chain 3 to secure it and also kind of count as a double crochet. But for here, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, pull through, and we're going to pull through 2 like a double crochet, but we're not going to pull through the 2 that are still on our hook. We're going to keep those on there, and we're going to yarn over again, insert, pull through, and then yarn over again like a double crochet, but again we're keeping these on our hook, and we're just going to do that one more time. So yarn over, pull through 2. So if you can see, we have 4, if we count the first chain 3, we have 4 incomplete double crochets, even though we're supposed to have 5 on your hook, which I'll show you in the rest of the stitches that we make. But for now, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets. So we're going to yarn over and pull through those 4 loops. We're going to chain to secure it, but then we're also going to chain again to make a gap for our next stitch. So to explain it a little bit better for the rest of the row, I'm going to yarn over, insert into our next stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 more. Right now we have 2 incomplete double crochets, and we have 3 loops on our hook. So we're going to yarn over again, insert, pull through 2. So we have 3 now, and we have 4 like last time, but we're not going to pull them through yet. We want 5. The only reason that we did it for the last one is because we had the first chain 3. So we're going to do it one more time. So we have 4 incomplete double crochets. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 5 loops on our hook. So we're going to yarn over and pull all of those through. Then we're going to make a chain to secure it and chain to make a gap, and we're going to do that all the way around for row 3. You want to have 5 loops on your hook before you pull them all through, and again we're doing that for all 16 stitches. Okay, so I am down to the last few stitches for this row, and whew, it takes a while, but it'll get easier as you keep going. So again, we're doing 4 separate incomplete double crochets, so we should have 5 loops on our hook, and then we pull them all through, and we're going to chain 2. Is that 2? Yeah, I think. No, that was only 1. Okay, so chain 2, and then 3 more, going to do our 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, incomplete, so we have 5 on our hook again, pull them all through, and chain 2. I'm going to finish these up real quickly, and you should have 16 of these stitches, I guess, for row 3, for all of them actually. For 1, 2, and 3 you should have 16 stitches in each of them, because that's, I don't know, that's how you do it, I guess. But last one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and pulling through those final stitches, chaining 2 again. We should have 16, but I'm gonna count just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's good. We're going to join at the top of our chain and just slip stitch into the first chain that we did when we started this row. And all that is left to do now, I'm gonna trim off my yarn. Ugh. All that is left to do now is the border. So I'm gonna come back and show you how to do the border. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how to do the border. I did go through it quickly at first, just to see. I also have my written pattern right here that I'm looking at. But to start your border, you're going to take up your whatever color yarn you're using for the 4th row, and you're going to stick it in any of these stitches and just put in your new yarn, and we're going to chain 3, and that's going to start our corner. Actually, no, we're not chaining 3, we're chaining 4. I'm sorry. And this chain 4 is going to be the start of a treble crochet, which is going to make up our corners. So chain 4, and then we're going to do 2 treble crochets. So we're going to yarn over twice, insert our hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and we're going to do that again. Gonna move this tail out of the way. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we have 3 treble crochets, although one of them is just a chain 4 that we use to fasten our new yarn into our last row. But we have 3 treble crochets, and we're going to chain 3, and this is going to be our corner. Now we're going to do 3 more treble crochets. So 1, 2, treble crochets are a little tricky to do and also say. Okay, so we've just done our 3 treble crochets, and we have formed our first corner for the border. So moving on, we have our first corner. Now we're going to do 3 double crochets into our first gap here. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. And then into our next, my cat is out the door. To our next gap, we're going to do 3 half double. So half double again, you yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. I know that we've mainly been doing double for this pattern, and for the other granny square patterns mainly do double, but here we're doing a whole bunch of stuff. So 3 half doubles in there, and then again we're gonna do the same thing that we did on this half of the square to make it symmetric. So I'm gonna open my door, and I'm gonna do 3 double crochets into our next gap. So there we go, 3. Whew. Okay, so our first edge is almost done. We are going to start our second corner. We're going to do 3 treble crochets again. So yarn over twice, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to do the same thing that we did for the first corner. 3 treble crochets, chain 3, and then 3 more treble crochets. For the first one, we didn't do 3 at first because we had already chained 4, but for this one and the rest of them, we're going to be doing 3 treble crochets, chain 3, and then 3 more treble crochets. Sorry. So yeah, we want our corners to be super tall. It's just why we're doing treble. I'm going to show you at the end why it's important to block your squares, because doing the difference between these squares, I mean doing treble, here we're only doing double, here we have like different gaps. I'm gonna show you how to block your squares afterward to make sure that they're all going to be even after this, because these tend to come out bigger before blocking. So I've just finished up my second corner. I'm going to do 3 double crochets, 3 half double, 3 double again. We're going to do another corner here, and we're just going to continue around. And if you had 16, you should finish up the border with a 3 double crochet cluster. And I'm going to come back after I've finished my border and up until I'm on my last cluster. Okay, so I'm back. I'm almost done with my border. I'm just going to work into my last space with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So we are pretty much done at this point. I'm just going to join in at the top of my chain, slip stitch into it, and that is the ending of this granny square.